Hello, everyone. I know some of you might be up. It's already, I think, after 9 today. And I have just placed some new beaded trims in my shop. And I just wanted to show them to you. I won't be on for long unless I get some questions. But this is Liz with Crafty Devotion. And what I'm going to show you are just some new beaded trims. They're not new. They've been around for a while, but they're new in my shop. I've never really carried a lot of beaded trims. I usually just carry, I'll show you the ones I normally carry, but these three are new in my shop. I used to carry this one before and I couldn't find it at a good deal and I felt like I couldn't carry it anymore. And now I found some and I used this a lot. If you look at my old crafts, you might see that I actually used to use this for crafting. I'm trying a different camera or a different stand today for camera so you can see. This one is in cream. I didn't find all the colors. I think sometimes I find bargains and I can't always restock them, but luckily I found some of that. And I already have these listed in my Etsy shop, and usually in the description box of this video, you will find link to my Etsy shop. I'm Crafty Devotion on. Hi, Linda Day. Welcome to my channel. I'm just coming on sporadically at times and just sharing things just because I'm just so busy. So this is another one. I think it is gorgeous. I look at them and I'm like, when I get them, I'm never sure, but this one, look how pretty that is. And these are flat backs. I forgot to show you the other one. It's also a flat back. Let me see. See? It's a flat back also, this other one. And I think I even have a video on using this trim where I showed you that if you really need to be frugal and want to use it for small projects, you can actually cut it apart. And it's an old video I have on how I used that. I did want to show you on this one right here. I noticed that even if you want to take it apart, you actually can. Let me see, can it focus? There you go. It actually can come apart. It's a little bit hard. It's like the string is not in the middle. Oh, thank you, Linda. Things that inspire me, things I would use in a project, are things I like to carry. Sometimes I find bargains and they're just something different I've never crafted with, but you can see that there's still a little edge on there, but golly gee, it just could make a double trim and it would look gorgeous as single or double, just like that on any of your projects. I really like this one too. It's different and it looks pretty. Let me move a different one. The other one, which some of these you've seen for quite a while. I've just never carried them in my shop, but I've seen them around. And here, this one right here. And I really like this type of a trim, and I might get more with little flowers because you can use this. You can separate these individual. Let me see if I can find the edge so I don't ruin the whole yard of it. Where are you, End? I'm not finding it. Okay, it'll come. Anyways, you can use this individually. You cut them apart. I see it right there. Look at that. You see that? There you go. So if you guys have any questions, even other questions that don't relate to what I'm showing you, I will gladly answer them. But as you can see, you can take these apart individually. Oops, I lost it. And use them as a single pearl. Let's see if I can get that close up. See if it's focusing there. Can you see that? So you can use it as a strand, because I like to work with a lot of miniature things or small things, and so these types of things are wonderful for that type of a thing. So you can use it just like a straight strand or individually. And this one also is in cream. I don't have a lot of colors. Most of the ones I got were cream. And then I redid all of my listings on my beads and stuff because because I got more in, so I didn't need to lump them all together. Sometimes I just don't separate them. And so I had some like this before, but I had it in the white. And this is also a beaded trim. Oh, there's the white. I'll show you this one. But it is a lot smaller than the regular. This one is called the 3mm. Let me get some of the 6mm so you can see the difference in the sizes. And this is wonderful for small projects. And this one's a little bit bigger, see? Well, actually twice the size, right? This is the 3mm. This is a 6mm, and these are both in different listings. So if you want to look for it, so I have cream in this one, and then 3mm. I also have white, and you can see, well, the same with the others. You can actually take them apart if you want to and use them individually, or use them just like a trim along a project. This is great if you'd like to work with small things. That also is on my shop. I think this one is listed at 2 yards for like 3 something, I don't know, $3 or something like that. And the more expensive ones are listed at 1 yard. And let's see. So then I had these already, and I'm actually very low on the white, but I do have quite a bit of the cream here. And this is the 6mm one. Are you going to focus? Yes, focus. And so here's the white. And in the photos on my page, in my Etsy shop, it's hard to tell the difference of how they look. If you look when you put them together, how hard it is to tell the difference in colors. But when you put the whole thing together, you can see that this is cream and this is white. So I have those, which I have in a separate listing, those two. And then these I've carried for a long time, and I do like to use them in my projects, but they are a little bit persnickety and fussy. But these are a lot, like I sell this one 4 yards at a time, and I have, so far I have it in white and cream. I used to have it in different colors, but I haven't been purchasing it because mostly white and cream is what's ordered. But in all of these, I'll keep on, I'm keeping my eyes open for pink, of course, because there's a lot of pink lovers around here. So I'm going to push these to the back, and that way I can show you a couple of the, I've had these laces in my shop already for a while. I usually place photos of a lot of my laces that are new. I place them in my Etsy shop, I mean, on my Facebook page and group. And this is a beautiful mesh. And I don't have a whole lot of it, but I buy a lot of these, and I test them out, and I can buy 5 yards or something. I don't know how many yards I have of this, but it is already in my shop. But it is just gorgeous. And let me see if I can turn it around. There you go. You can see how beautiful that is. And this is a mesh background. I think the mesh might be white or cream, because everything's cream along here. This is more of a creamy color, or champagne. And then you can see there's pink along the edge here, but then there's the red, which is more of a burgundy red, makes it kind of look more of a fuchsia type pink, or rosy pink. But it is pink. And then the beautiful color of green. I love these kinds of greens. I like that color green. But as you can see, if you use it with something behind it, it can take on, like if you put pink behind it, it will take off more pink from here. So I love these mesh trims. You've seen this one, which I used in my dress, my last angel, actually. That was upside down. The last angel that so I do have some of this. It is in my shop, and it actually looks similar colors. Not exactly. This is more burgundy than this one. This one's not as burgundy. So there's one more lace. I just wanted to show you a couple of laces because I didn't have that many trims, and I think I'm going to come every once in a while and show you all the laces I have in different categories in my shop. These are the ones that are in just one drawer that I have. So this is another one, and this lace is a sturdy lace. You know how sometimes there's sturdy laces and sometimes they're really soft and delicate. Well, this one's a bit sturdy and it could be used for a lot of things. And I like champagne colors a lot, and I had purchased quite a few in this color palette. And these are wonderful because if you look at it, how it has different designs, this can be snipped apart and you trim it here, and you can use this section here for something like as a little small trim. And then you can also snip this, and this one will not unravel if you trim it at all because there's no beads or sequin in it. And then you can trim it here, and then it could be like the bottom of a photo or a border. If you trim it there, you can see that it has a different look on it. And I just bought them because I like the quality of them, and I think that I like the more champagne tannish colors. I like those colors. I like to craft with those colors. And I like reds a lot too. And then of course greens, you can see the green. I love this green in this one that I showed you before. And here's another one. And this one is a little bit more rosy tan in here. It's a beautiful piece. Look at that. And this has been in my shop already for a while. And I know sometimes people don't find them. But the same thing, you can see it's in a pattern, and it's great for little things, but yet make the flower the star. And that's a beautiful green on the leaf petal. And I liked that when I got it. And then I have this, oh, this is also that same kind of like sturdy, where it can be used like a lampshade, or it can be used like even on upholstery if you really want to use this on upholstery. And here's the other one. This is one of my favorites when I got it. And I've sold a few yards of this, and I reordered it because it sold out when I purchased my initial batch. But look how beautiful that is. And actually this is a paired with this trim here. It has the same colors, and so if you decorate something, these two can actually go together in color. So this can be and then look how easy that is to separate right in there. So you can use it on any craft project that you have. And I see you could cut it into several sections so that you can use it, and see the little beautiful dangle it has. And look, I'm going to give you a close-up of that. Look how pretty that is. See how that's all, it's a really solid, sturdy trim. I think it is like $6 or something. I have it in my shop, but I liked it so much. I think I have over 10 yards of this, so it can go a long way. But you can see it looks like it's almost twisted in there, and these could actually be used for all kinds of things. I like to make miniatures, so it could be used for all kinds of things. So this is just to inspire you to maybe, and then you can see the color. Let me see how that color looks with this. So these were like from the same place, so you can see how they have like a same family of colors together, and they could be used in the same project, or like a book and you want to carry on like the pattern. Let's see, that's those. Let me see, do I have any more? Oh yes, and I did want to show you one more. And what it is that, remember I just recently showed you the pink angel that I made? Well, those two, the last two I showed you, they actually sold quite quickly. But here is some lace that looks a lot like it. When I ordered this lace, I thought it was the same lace that I had showed you. That I used on the dress, but it's actually a different, I had it upside down. It's actually slightly different. The pattern in the flower is different. It has circles. See, it's a little bit bigger. And these are great because you could cut these out and use them like just to accent a little corner of something. So, and it's also very sheer. I think it's white, so it can go over anything that's white, but it's very, let me see, it's getting all that tan color, but you can see that it's very pink. And then this has almost like a light greenish tan gold. I don't know. But it's just very attractive. I like the color of it. And then it has this trim. And then the nature of this type is that it does get some little tiny pieces that come off. You know how the other trims, sometimes they have little pieces along the edges? Well, this one sometimes has strings, and I usually trim as many as I can off, but like right here, there's a piece of string that's running, which is just because it's connecting and it just stayed on there. Just trim it off. But I like to fussy cut these out, and what I like about this is that you saw me use it for a dress, for the dress, the small angel, I mean. What I did when I did the angel, I cut one side of the trim off, and then I gathered here, and then it became the skirt of my angel. See if I can tilt this a little more. See inside there. I have a different camera because I didn't want to set up my other one. But so then I gathered it up here, and then it became the skirt, and behind it I put a cream or white lace. I think it was a white lace behind it, and it just brought out the beauty of and it looked like an embroidered piece. So that is gorgeous. And sometimes I'll cut this trim off here, and I'll just use that for something like this would look cute around a waist of my angels, or just on any project, separating it or keeping it together, or fussy cutting these out. This has been a very popular type lace that I had before. I had this one before, and suddenly I was ordering the other one, then suddenly they sent me this one. I'm like, that's not the same one. And then I kept it because I still thought it was beautiful. It was very similar to the other one. The flowers are just different. Let's see. I think that's all I had for you right now. I didn't want to make this too long. I'm going on 20 minutes there, but after I shared the dress with you I made, I said, okay, now I got to list stuff. So if you haven't got into my shop, take the time to look at some of my vintage things. You don't need to buy them, but I do. I like to buy inspiring things. I guess they're right here. Look, I'll show you something I found that are so beautiful. I found these lithographs. I have a few minutes. Look how pretty this is. Isn't that gorgeous? Bright. And I'm from California, so these are the orange poppies that grow wild in California. And then there's some daisies in a basket, and it's actually a lithograph. Let's see if you can see that. So if you guys are up and you're not bored, but you can see it's a 1984 by Shui. I don't know who that is, but I like to put different things in my shop. I'm interested in all kinds of things, and that's one of the things that I put in. And then there's another one, and look, you're gonna love this one. I just found two that are flowers, and I have multiples in these though. And look how pretty that is. Oh, hi Pam. I'm just showing off some of my finds that I found because I added a vintage section in my shop. And I'm too busy to like separate my shops and make two different shops. So everything's in the same shop, but I do have things in categories. So you'll find like about 5 categories. One where I have lace and trims, and that's where you'll find the lace and trims I just showed you. Then I have one labeled vintage antique category. Click in there, and then you'll find a lot of my little vintage things that I find. I just research the item, the value, and then I put them in my shop based on what I find. And this is also another lithograph. Isn't she beautiful? Isn't it beautiful? It's 1989 Crystal Skelly, and it's just so these are Iris. It even says that in the title. It says Iris 1989 gem art. And I just keep on looking at them. I think I might end up keeping a copy of each of these for myself because I'm attracted to them. And those both, I'm pretty sure, are like a lithograph. And then these ones over here, which I think a lot of you will like. And then this one, I think a lot of you would like for just your crafting. And this is I can't, I guess I'm not thinking that it's exactly a lithograph. I think it's more of a, I don't know that much. It's more like a, to me, this one feels like more of a poster type item. I don't know, but it still have a few duplicates, but it was called Paper Toll USA, Los Angeles. And these ones, they have a date of 2009, so I cannot put them in my Etsy shop. But if you want one of these, I think I told someone I would put these at $5 each. I do have a few of them, look. And they're just gorgeous. If not, I'll probably craft with them. But you can see how detailed it has, like all these fruits. And then it has some kitties in there by Kim Jacobs. And what does it say? It says cafe, has flowers. So if you want one of these, let me know. And I can't put it on Etsy. Etsy, I have to put everything I put in there to be made before 2000, but I can make mistakes. So if it's not before 2000, it's my mistake probably because I don't know. And this one is more like for a nursery, and it's called Foxtails. Let's see, does it have a date? This is also says it was, I think this one's more of a lithograph. Brian Peterson doesn't have a date on it, so I probably will put this one on Etsy. I just haven't finished my listings. And there's that one. So I just thought I'd just show you those since I have them sitting here, because I was working on these before I started listing the trims. The beaded trims came in, and I just started listing them. Well, I hope you like the new items I got in my shop, and I can't wait to craft with them actually. And I could probably use this one like as a center on one of my dresses. I'm going to be working on another angel, and it's probably going to be a gold or vintage cream. I don't know for sure. And maybe I'll use one of those trims in it. So this is Liz with Crafty Devotion, and I was just showing you some of my supplies. I will talk to you guys next time. Next time I'll probably pull out another drawer and just show you some of the trims and laces I have in my shop. I'll talk to you guys next time.